Boy, you guys are good. We haven't done anything yet. I just sort of pranced out here like I own the place, and anyway, I kind of like this building. Thank you, voters of San Leandro, again for this brilliant facility. I'm John Sheridan. I have recently retired from full-time teaching, but I am still here to the chagrin of many students, but especially the ninth graders that have descended en masse from both John Muir and Bancroft. I'm happy to have them. They occupy a huge part of our cast. And thank you all for spending your Friday night with us here to see Twelfth Night. A couple of notes just for business purposes. On your left and on your right, you will notice exit signs. In the unlikely event of any emergency, please make your way out through those exits, and you will find yourself out on the street where you are going to fend for yourselves. Just saying. Also, anybody that has had me in class knows my relationship with the phone. Put the phone down, nobody gets hurt. Kind of. So please, the idea here is take the phone out, turn it off. You don't need it right now. And what happens is it kind of takes you away from what we're doing here, which is to take you away to a mythical place called Illyria that William Shakespeare created, and this story that we're about to do. It is really important that you stay with us. And you stay with us by not being distracted by a telephone, okay? That's the end of my lecture. In your programs, you will notice that there is a production team. And I am very pleased and honored, actually, to work with all the people on it. We have Jesse Vale, puppeteer and our scenic designer and props master. Dustin Brown's our technical director. In the house here tonight, we have our master carpenter who's helped on all kinds of shows with us, Mark Fair, and Kat Porter, who does the costumes. And this year we added somebody in particular, an alumnus named Sadie Barretto. And Sadie is studying theater at Laney, and she's on to some bigger and better things. But I needed help, and we asked her to come back, and we worked out a thing which is kind of cool, I think. It's a way to do college credit by working on a show like this. And so she got a very kind of ample view of what we're doing here and the collaborative essence of theater. And in addition, we had a couple of actors that had to drop out of a particular role, and she rose to the occasion. So Sadie Barretto is playing the role of Antonio, and anybody that has been around here at all for the last bunch of years knows that she was in every single play that when she was a student here at San Leandro High School. So she added a lot to our team, and it's kind of cool to have that, you know, that person come back and with the eyes of a college kid, and so I'm deeply grateful for that, and I'm also excited for our second opening night, and I'm happy to see all you guys. Please pay attention. Shakespeare is not easy. Don't be frustrated if the language has you a little over the edge here for the first minute or two. You'll get it. You'll get it, I promise. There's a reason why we do it. There's a reason why we still do Shakespeare, and that's because people have been acting the way that they act to each other, for each other, for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. His stories were old when he wrote them. He stole from mythology and such. So that's the one thing that you can say about Shakespeare, is that it is it's a reminder of how more the things change, the more they stay the same. So on that happy note, enjoy Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare.
This is Illyria, lady. And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailors?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother! And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hopeful teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where like Arion on a dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope. Whereto thy speech serves for authority, the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name,
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for about a month ago I went from hence, and then, 'twas fresh and murmur, as you know, what great ones do, the less we're proud of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia,
What's she?
a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I'd made mine own occasion mellow. What my estate is.
That would be hard to compass, for she would admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain, and though that nature with a beauteous wall doth off clothes and pollution, yet to thee I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as an eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth of service. What else mayhap to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blags, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that, surfeiting the appetite, may sicken and so die. That strain, again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came over my ear, like the sweet sound that breathes upon bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough, no more. 'Tis not sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there, of what validity and pitch so over, but fall into abasement and low price. Even in a minute, so full as shapes as fancy, that, alone, is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. At that instant was I turned into a hart, and my desire like fell in cruel hounds ever since pursued me. How now? What's news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, for from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress will veiled walk, and water her chamber round once a day with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which you keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, pay this debt of love, but to a brother? How is she loved when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied, and fulfill her sweet perfections with one self king. Away before me, to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus. I am sure 'tis an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why let her accept before accepted?
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And they be not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in here one night to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Agrigy.
Aye, he.
He's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year and all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fine that you'll say so. He plays so divide the gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word without book, and half of the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed a most natural for, besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreller. And but that he hath the gift of a coward. To allay the dust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By these hands, there's scoundrels and subtractors that they say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
Will be drinking health to my niece? I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a courtier that will not drink to my niece till his brain turned into toad like a parish stock. What wench? Castellano Vulgo, for here comes Sir Andrew Agriface.
Sir Toby Belch, how now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress Mary, accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so, Sir Andrew. Wouldst thou might never draw sword again?
And you part so, mistress. And I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall, and here is my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I am not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, I let go your hand. I am barren. Ugh.
Oh, knight, thou lacks a cup of wine. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see wine, put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I had bestowed the time of the tongues that I've been fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, but had I followed the arts.
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
But it fits me well enough, does it not?
Excellent. It hangs like a flax on a distaff, and I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Faith, so they say. I'll home tomorrow, and if your niece be seen, It's 4-1. She'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I have heard her swear. Tut, there's a life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow of the strangest minds in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Are these good at this Kixos night?
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters, yet I will not compare to an old man.
What is thy excellent in Galliard night?
Faith, I can cut a caper,
And I can cut the mutton to it.
and I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore this gives a curtain before him? Are they like to think thus like a Mistress Moss picture? Why dost thou not go to church in a Galliard and come home in a Coranto? My very walk should be a jig. I would not so much as make water, but in a syncopace. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtuous in? I did think, by thy excellent constitution of thy legs, it was formed under the star of Galliard.
And it be anyway. It does well enough in a dun-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under the Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and heart.
No, sir. It is legs and thighs. Let me see thee, caper. Higher! Excellent!
If the Duke continues these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence, that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario, huh?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I am classed to thee the book, even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her door and tell them there, thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord. If she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear fate. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She'll attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's a more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years. Thou say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious, and thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative a woman's part. I know thy consolation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all, if you will, for I myself am best and least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet the bar will strike. Whoever I woo, myself will be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as the prisoner may enter in the way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs fear no colors.
Make that good.
You shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell you where that saying was born of, I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that may you be so bold to say in your foolery.
Will God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning away, Let summer bear it out.
You're resolute then?
Not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Act in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert a witty piece of Eve's flesh as Anya and Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You are best.
Wit and it be thy will. Put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very often prove fools, and I that I am sure like thee may pass for a wise man. For what's this Chronopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go too. You're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you'll grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool no longer dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot let the tailor mend him, anything that's mended is but patch. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin. Sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that the simple syllogism will serve so, if it will not, what remedy? As there is no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty's a flower. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them. Take away you.
Mispresent in the highest degree, lady. Calculus non facit monachum. That's as much to say as I were not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, ladies.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake 'em. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest I take these wise men that crow so at these that kind of fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distemperate appetite. To be generous, guiltless, free of disposition, is to take those things for birdfuls that you deem cannibals. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a no discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury endure thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there's at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people holds him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off. I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. Be a suit from the Count, then I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove crammed with brains for, here he comes, one of thy kin has a most weak pia matter.
By mine honor, have drunk! What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
Tis a gentleman here. A plague of despicable hitting. How now, sot?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
I, Mary. What is he?
Let him be the devil and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, there's so one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, and the third
Drowns him. Go thou, and seek the crowner, and let him sit to own my Cuthbert. He is in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any other denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says that she'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post, and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, a mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no.
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is before 'tis a peas cod, or codling when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with them in standing water, between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call him my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come throw it over my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for, besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say a little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance that you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, by the very things of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain. If you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to con it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be famed. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach, rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one and so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist your sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber. I am to halt here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as a secret as maidenhood. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method and the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your tax. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was in this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
His beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you'll leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no coffee.
Oh, sir, I will be not so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried in every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense, though you are crowned with nonpareil beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in the dimension and shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantos and condemned love and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Holler your name through the reverberate hills and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get ye to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again. Do tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love. And let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, passions and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft, unless the master were the man. How now, even so quickly may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfection, with an invisible and subtle self, to creep in at mind's eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, Orsino's man. He left this ring behind him. Whate'er not, tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
patience? No. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No. Sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been so pleased, would we had so ended? But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. Yet I could not with such estimable wonder overfar believe that. Yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She was drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desires not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am so yet near the manner of my mother that, upon the least occasion more, mine eyes will tell the tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I would very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains, to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into desperate assurance. She will none of it. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies, in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside had not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue. For she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me into this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring? Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise. I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now, alas the day, what thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard not me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, and deliculous agere thou knowst.
Nay, by my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it, as a non-field can, to be up after midnight, and to go to bed then is early. So that to go to bed after midnight is to be up betimes. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Marian, I say, stoop of wine.
Here comes the fool from Faith.
How now, my heart, did you never see the picture of wheat reap?
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has such an excellent breast. I would have rather 40 shillings to have such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has.
I did in Pentecost thy fertility, for Malvolio's nose is no whipstock, my lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no bottle ale houses.
Excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Come on. There's sixpence for you. Let's have a song.
There's a testicle of me too. If one night gave
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song. A love song.
I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys end in lovers meeting, every wise man's son doth know.
Excellent. Good in faith.
Good. Good.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet, sweet and 20. Youth's stuff will not endure.
A mellifluous voice, as I am, true knight.
The contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious in faith.
To hear by the nose, it is docet and contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rest a night out in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me. Let's do it. I'm a dog at a catch.
By Our Lady and some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be. Row your boat.
Hold thy peace, row your boat, knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave, knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained someone to call me knave. Come, begin.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Begin!
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Row your boat gently on the stream. Merrily, 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 life's about a dream.
What caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady had not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
My ladies, a Catean, we're politicians. Malvolio's a pegaramsey, and 3 merry men be we. Am not I consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Dilly vale, lady. There 12 men in Babylon, lady, lady.
Lady, lady,
Lady, lady.
beshrew me, the night's an admirable fooling.
and he does well enough if he be disposed. And so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
On the 12th day of December.
On the 12th day of December.
For the love of God, peace!
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house that you squeak out of your cozier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep our time, sir. In our catches, neck up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that, no, she harbors you as her kinsman. She's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, then you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Hey, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost gone.
Is it even so?
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
What and if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh no, 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 you dare not.
Out of tune, sir. You lie. Art any more than a steward. Dost thou think because thou artist virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir. Rub your chains with crumbs. A stip of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, then you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it. By this hand.
Go shake your ears! Ugh.
'Twere good a deed to drink when a man's a hungry, as to challenge him in the field and make fool of him, and break promise to him.
Do it, knight. Our idea challenge. I'll deliver the indignation to him by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the council is today with my lady, she's much out of the quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nayword and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, possess us. Tell us something often.
Marry, sir, sometimes he's kind of a Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog!
What, for being a Puritan? The exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil, a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser, an affection ass that cons state without book and utters it by its great swaths, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed, as he thinks, with excellencies, that it is on his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like your niece, my lady. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport Royal, I warn you, I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two and let the fool make a third where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed. Dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, purebred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once too.
It's too late to go to bed now. The Hades needs it for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for more money, knight. If the half turn not in the end, call me cut.
And if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, 'tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight, come, knight.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we had last night, methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs, and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy pace of times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that you sing it.
Who was it?
Fancy's a jester, my lord. A fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it to remember me, for such as I am, all true lovers are, unstained and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
Gives a very echo to the seat where love is thrown.
Thou dost speak masterly, my life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor,
What kind of woman is it?
of your complexion,
She is not worth thee then. What years it, Faith?
about your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven! Who lets still a woman take an elder than herself? So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, to lost and warm than woman's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so. To die, even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come! That song we had last night, mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids that weave their thread with bones, do use to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain by fair cruel maid. My shout of white stuff go with you, oh prepare it. My part of death no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let there be strewn. Not a friend greet, my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to say, lay me away, such a lover, never find my grave to weep there.
There, for thy pains.
No pain, sir, I take pleasure in singing, sir.
Okay, thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid in time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
May the melancholy God protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta. For thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere. For that ship that always makes a good voyage of nothing, farewell.
let all rest give place. Once more, Cesario, give thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes, not quantities of dirty lands, the parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you,
I cannot be so answered.
sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she then not be answered?
There is no woman's sides can buy the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart, so big, to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers surfeit, climate, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I, O Olivia.
I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love woman to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man as it might be. Perhaps, were I a woman, I should, your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love. Let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask teeth. She pined in thoughts, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Is not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. Still, we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say my love can give no place. By no deny.
Come thy ways, Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of the sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have a stingy, rascally ship biter come by some notable saint?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we'll pull him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is pity on our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get you all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this past half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close, in the name of jesting. Lie thou. There. Ugh. For here comes the trout that must be caught tickling.
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near, that should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
Oh, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the Stracci married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fire on him, Jezebel!
Oh, please, now he's deeply it. Look how imagination blows him.
Haven't been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone boat to hit him in the eye.
Haven't been, or calling my officers about me, in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
Peace.
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them, I know my place, as I would, they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
Oh, peace, now.
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch, or play with some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take you a blow on the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes, having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warned you.
One, Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Oh, peace, and the spirit of humor's intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt to question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's? Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, her very phrases, by your leave wax, soft, and the impressure her Lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis, my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Excellent Wednesday, Aunt.
Jove knows I love. But who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know what follows. The numbers altered. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio.
Merry angry rock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife. With bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life?
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wit, I say.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see. Let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
What wing is that that checks at it?
I may command where I adore. Why? She may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why? This is evident to any other formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. At the end, what should that alphabetical position portend? If I can make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that. He's now a cold scent.
Sodom will cry upon it for all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio. M. Why? That begins my name.
Did not I think we were going to have the cur is excellent at faults?
M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Ah, you're a cudgelton and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had an eye behind you. You might see more detraction at your heels and fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me. For every one of these letters are in my name. So, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, Revolve. In my stars, I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be. Cast thy humble slough, and appear fresh. Be opposite with the kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings of late, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered? I say, remember, go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champion discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love. And, with the kind of injunction, drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars. I am happy. I'll be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I will not give my heart of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could bear this wench for this advice.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry but her with such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or on mine either.
Shall I play my freedom at a trade trip and become thy bondslave?
In faith or I either?
Why thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like Aquavite in the midwife.
If you will see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tharthar, the most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house does stand by the church.
So thou mayest say the king lies by a beggar, if a beggar dwell near him, or the church stands by thy tabor, if thy tabor stand by the church.
You have said, sir, to see the sage. A sentence is but a kid glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's Word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But indeed, words are very rascal since bonds disgrace them.
Thy reason, man?
Troth, sir, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something. But in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, I would make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as pillagers are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not a fool, but a corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk around the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and that's certain. Now pass upon me. I'll no more with thee. There's expenses for thee.
Now Job and his next commodity pair sent thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Pageria to bring a Cressida to this trellis.
I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir. Begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within, sir. I will conster to them whence you come. Who you are, what you would, or out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool. To do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe the rude on whom he jests, the quality of persons, and the time, and, like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art, for folly he wisely shows his fits. But, wise man, folly fallen, quite tame to their wits.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
Vive garde, monsieur.
Et vos, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece desires you should enter. If your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir. Then I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I shall answer you with gates and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heaven rains odors on you.
That used the rare courtier rains odors? Well,
my matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed? I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly fame was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours. And this must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks, rather than filled with me?
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you. I pray you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I had round here you to solicit, that then the music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
give me leave, beseech you. I did send after last enchantment you did hear a ring in chase of you. So did I use myself, my servant, and I, fear me. You, under your hard instructions, I sit to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you none of yours. So what might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it all with the unmuzzled thoughts that turns heart can think? Enough is shown. The cypress, out of bosom, hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grise. For 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock abraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. For when wit and youth is come to harvest, your life is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Will nothing, madam, to my lord ply me?
Stay, I prithee, tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn! What's beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip! A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that, maugre all thy pride, nor wit no reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, that thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus with reason better. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By my innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Then come again, for thou perhaps mayest move that heart, which now pours to like his love.
No, Faith. I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, their venom. Give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's servantsmen than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you, Sir Andrew.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they've been having endearment since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to you in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jest fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you have now sailed into the north of my lady's opinions, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either of valor or policy.
And it be anyway.
It will have to be with valor, for policy I hate. I had as lief be a brownist as a politician.
Why then, build me thy fortune upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the countess of youth to fight with me. Hurt me in 11 places. My knees shall take note of it. In the shore thyself, there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial head. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license to think. If thou thou'st him with some thrice, shall not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in the sheet of paper, although the sheet were big enough for the bed of ware in England, set it down. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou write it with a good pen. No matter about it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubicle. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have endeared to him less than 2,000 strong or so.
We'll have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me then. And by all means, they're on the youth to an answer. I think oxen and rain ropes cannot pair them together. For Andrew, if he were opened and you found so much blood in his liver as will plug the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy. Look where the youngest friend of mine comes!
If you desire to spleen and will laugh yourselves into stitches, follow me. Yon Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, like a pedant that keeps a school in a church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines with the augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as it is. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. And if she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
Yeah.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make the pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not have stayed behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy in what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, and ever thanks. And often good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay, but were my worth, as in my conscience, firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown the city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys I did some service, of such note indeed that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Be like you slew a great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of my city did. Only myself stood out, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here is my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant, is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet whiles you beguile the time, and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eye shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What to bestow of him? For youth is bought more begged than borrowed. I speak too loud. Here's Malvolio. He is sad and civil. Him suits well a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He is coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither, for I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad, lady? I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so often?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request? Yes, nightingales and Sir Daws.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Thy yellow stockings.
and wished to see thee cross-gartered?
Cross-gartered.
Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I maid?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness!
Madam, the young gentleman of the court Ursino has returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good, Maria. Let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I will not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
You come near me now, no worse men than Sir Toby will look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she, be opposite with the kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner how, as a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some sort of note, and so forth. I have lined her, but it is Job's doing, and Job make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no drama of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, Not I is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he, in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell be drawn in little, Legion himself possessed him. Yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is, here he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Go off! I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off!
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of him.
Does she so?
Go to. Peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What man defy the devil consider he's an enemy to mankind?
Do you know what you say?
Law you, and you speak ill of the devil. Oh, how he takes it at heart. Pray God he not be bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning. If I live, my lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord.
Prithee, hold thy peace. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone.
No way but gentleness. Gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
How now, my buckock? How dost thou chuck?
Sir?
I bid thee, come with me. What man 'tis not for gravity to play a chariot with Satan? Hang him, foul collier.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx?
No, I warn you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
It's impossible.
If this were played upon in stage, I condemn it an improbable fiction.
His mere genius hath taken the infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already to believe that he is mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure in his penance till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him. At which time we will bring the device at the bar and crown thee for the finder of madman. But see.
More matter for a May morning?
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, it is. I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I'll show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and to exceeding good sense. Bless.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou kissed me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep on the winning side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend, as thou usest him, thy sworn enemy, Andrew Agricate. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot, I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He's some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him draw, and as thou drawest swear horrible, for it comes to pass often with a terrible oath, with a swaggering accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than would ever prove itself would have earned him. Away.
Nay, let me alone for swearing. What?
No, will not I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good breeding and capacity. This letter being so excellently ignorant, breed no terror to the youth. Therefore, this letter being so excellently ignorant, will breed no harm. He will find it comes from a blockhead. But sir, I will deliver his letter by word of mouth, set upon aggregate, a notable report of valor, and will drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so frighten them both that they will kill one another by the look like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way to he's leaving presently after him.
I will meditate a while upon the horrid mandatory challenge.
I have set too much unto a heart of stone and laid mine honor to and carry out. There's just something in me that reproves my fault. But such a headstrong, potent fault it is, that it mocks reproof.
With the same behavior your passion bears goes on my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture, refuse not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you come to me tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this. Your true love for my master.
How with mine honor may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well then, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
The defense thou hast betake thee to it, of what the nature the wrong thou hast done to him. I know not, by the interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, offends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, beware in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard of what your opposite hath in him, what youth, strength, and skill, and wrath, and can furnish a man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is a knight, dubbed with an hatched rapier and on carpet consideration. But he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3. And his incessant at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none by pangs of death and sepulchre. Habna is his word. Give it or take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kinds of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Be like this a man of that quirk?
Sir, no. His indignation derived itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not to the house unless you undertake that with me, which with as much safety you might answer him. Therefore, strip your sword, start naked, for meddle you must, that's certain, or forswear to wear an iron about you.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office, as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Fabian, stay by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, lady, did you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise. To read him by his form in proof of his valor, as you are like to find him, he is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that you could have possibly found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him?
I'll make your peace with him if I can. I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I have not seen such a virago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me the stuck in with such a mortal motion that is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hits the ground they step on. They said he has been a fencer to the sofa.
Pox on it. I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him young.
Plague on it. And I thought that he had been so valiant and cunning in fence. I'd have seen him damned ere I had challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Grey Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here. Make a good show on it. This shall end without the perditions of soul. Mary, I ride your horse as well as I ride you. Have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him. Leave you to them.
He is as horribly conceited of himself, and pants and is as pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for his oath's sake. Mary, he hath better bethought him of his quarrel, and he finds that now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore draw for the supportance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. There's no remedy. The gentleman will have won bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it, but he has promised you, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on to it.
Pray God he keeps his oath.
Do assure you, 'tis against my will.
If this young gentleman have offended, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir. Why? What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good search will behold! Here come the officers!
What did you alone?
Pray, sir, put your sword up, if you please.
Mary, will I, sir? And I promise you, I am as good as my word. He will bear you easily and brains well.
It's the man. Do thy office. Antonio, arrest ye the suit of Carpacino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no, John. I know your favor well. Though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take it away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, and part being prompted by your present situation, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taints of vice with strong corruption.
Oh, heavens themselves! Come, sir, I pray you go. Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile an idol proves this god. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind.
Virtue is beauty, but the beauty's evil are empty trunks overflourished by the devil.
The man was mad. Away with him. Come. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly, that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination. Oh, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now taken for you.
Come hither, knight. Come hither, Fabian. We'll whisper over a couplet or two of most egg sauce.
Named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother. And he went still in this fashion, color, ornaments. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempest or kind, and so always fresh in love.
A very dishonest paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty appears in leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him. And for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
By God, I'll after him again and beat him.
Do, cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Let's see the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
Will you have me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor am I not sent to you by my lady to bid come speak with her. Nor is your name not Master Cesario, nor is this not my nose either. Nothing that is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
I thought thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report after 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, there's for thee. And there. And there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your dagger over the house.
This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come, sir, hold.
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery set against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I hit him first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your iron. You are well fleshed. Come on.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest hit me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, then I must have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you.
Hold, Sir Toby! On thy life, I charge thee! Hold!
Madam.
Will it be ever thus, ungracious wretch, who for the mountains and barbarous caves, whose manners never were preached? Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Ruth be gone! And pretty gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion sway, in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Now go with me to my house, and hear how many fruitless prints this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny, beshrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense, and let thee steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this cap and this beard. Make him believe thou art Sir Turpus the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on and I'll dissemble myself in it. And I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. But to be said a good man and an honest housekeeper goes as fairly as to say a careful man and a great scholar. The competitors enter.
God bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby. For as the old hermit of Prague that never saw pen and ink very wittily said to a niece of King Garbada, that is. So I being Master Parson am Master Parson. For what is that but that, and is but is?
To him, Sir Topus.
What ho, peace I say in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well. A good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topus the curate who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Topus? Good, Sir Topus! Good, my lady!
How hyperbolical fiend, how vexest thou in this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topus, never was man thus wrong. Good Sir Topus, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous
By
darkness.
thou dishonest Satan, I call thee by thy most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones who use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topus.
Why, it hath bay windows transparent as the barricados, and the clerestories toward the south-north are as lustrous as ebony. And yet, complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topus. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman thou errest. I say there is no darkness, but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there is never man so notoriously abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning when thou?
That the soul of our granddad might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras ere I'll allow thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well.
Sir Topus! Sir Topus!
My most exquisite Sir Topus.
Nay, I am for all waters.
You might have done this without thy beard and thy gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thy own voice, and bring me word how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would hear word, for I am now so far in offence with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this port to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin Jolly, Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool!
My lady isn't kind, pretty.
Fool!
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
She loves another. Who calls hot?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt, deserve will at my hand. Help me to a candle, and pen, ink, and paper, as I'm a gentleman. I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how thought you besides your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, then you be mad indeed. If you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say. The minister is here. Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits thy heavens restored to endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Sir Topus?
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who? I, sir? Not I, sir. God buy you, good Sir Topus. Marry, amen. I will, sir, I will.
Fool, fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. But say you, sir, I am sent for speaking to you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee, I and as well am my wit says, any man in Illyria.
Well a day you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Good fool, some ink, paper, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true. Are you not mad indeed? Or do you the counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe the madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light, and paper, and ink.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I'm gone, sir, and anon, sir. I'll be with you again in a test to the advice you need to sustain. Who with dagger of laugh in his range and his wrath cries, aha! To the devil, like a mad lad. Pare thy nails, Dad. Adieu, good min devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was. And there I found this credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense, that this may be some error, yet no madness. But doth this accident and flood of fortune exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reasons that persuade me to any other extent but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. But if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing, as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable, but here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine, if you mean well. Now go with me, and with this holy man, into the chantry by. There before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it. Whilst you are willing, it shall come to naught. What time we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Belong ye to Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir. We are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly I am an ass, so by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So that conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then the worse for my friends and the better for my foes?
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no, though it pleases you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it will be double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket for this one, sir, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I'll be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo, segundo, tertio is a good play. And the old saying is, the third pays for all. The triplet, sir, is a good tripping measure. Or the bells of St. Bennet, sir, may you put in mind 1, 2, 3.
You could pull no more money out of me at this throw. if you'll let your lady know I'm here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir. Lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go, sir, but I will not have you to think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I will awaken it anon.
This is the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his, I do remember well, yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. For shallow draft and Vulcan prizeful, with such scapel grapple did he make the most noble bottom of our fleet. That very envy and tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her freight from Handy. And this is he from the Tiger Boy when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate with shame and state, in private brabble do we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what boldness has brought thee to the mercies, and whom, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess, on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A rack past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wake. Denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, after 3 months before no interim, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess, now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months his youth had tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be all to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and honest wishes altars my soul, the faithless offering that ever devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even to what it please, my lord, that shall become of him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like the Egyptian thief at the point of death, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you two non-regardants cast my fate, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye, where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe with mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, to spite a raven's hearts within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willingly, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than ever I shall love wife. If I do feign, he witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested, whom I beguiled.
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
I, husband, can you that deny?
Her husband, Sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and thou art as great as that thou fearest. O welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold, though lately we intend to keep in darkness, when occasion reveals before 'tis ripe. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me, toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or when not else thy craft so quickly grow, that thine own ship shall be thine overthrown? Farewell and take her, but direct thy feet, where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon, send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
Has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help. I'd rather 40 pound I ride home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's servantsman, one Cesario. He broke my head across for nothing.
My gentleman Cesario?
God's lifelings. Here he is. You broke my head across for nothing, and that I did. I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause. But I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I believe you have set nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby, halting. You shall hear more. If he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you otherwise than he did.
How now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
That so one has hurt me, and there's the end on it. Sought, the deceiving surgeon sought.
Oh, he's drunk. Sir Toby an hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue, and a passing measures paving. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. What make this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead, and a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a god!
Get him to bed. Let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other, but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons? A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio, oh my dear Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in 2 is not more twin than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. Nor can there be that deity in my nature, of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countrymen? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So when he suited to his watery tomb. If spirit can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension, grossly clad. From the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tear let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, dreaded Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing less to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurp attire. Do not embrace me till each circumstance of place, time, fortune, do cohere and jump that I am Viola. Which to confirm, all the occurrence of my fortune since hath between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid, nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have a share in this most happy wrath. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou shouldest never love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul as doth the orbit's consonants, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action, is now at durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distracted. A much distracting frenzy of mine own. For my remembrance clearly vanished from his. How does he, Sorrel?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as a man in this case may do. Here is writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospel, so it skills not much when delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam. I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow Vox.
Prithee, read in thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore prepare, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, Sorrel.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not, but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savours not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it. So please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breedings. And since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. From this time you shall be your master's mistress.
A sister! You are she!
So where is this so-called madman?
He's somewhere around here. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No!
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can, in hand or phrase, or say, 'tis not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why have you given me such clear lights of favor? Bade me come smiling and cross-guarded to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and acting this in obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious Getkin gull that ever invention played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though, I confess, much like the character, but out of the question, 'tis Maria's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me thou wast mad, then camest in, smiling, and in such forms that were presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content, this hath most shrewdly passed upon thee, but when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak. and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not, most freely I confess, myself and Toby have set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with the sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed, that have on both sides passed.
Last poor fool, how they baffled thee! Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one in this interlude, one Sir Topaz, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, for I am not mad. But do you remember, madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal, and you smile not, he's gagged. And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and the golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Cesario, come, for you shall be while you're a man. But when another habits your scene, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
That when I was a little tiny boy, with the hey-ho, the wind and the rain, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain, it raineth every day, it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with the hey-ho, the wind and the rain, the wind and the rain, 'gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain, it raineth every day, it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wife, with the hey-ho, the wind and the rain, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain, it raineth every day, it raineth every day. But when I came unto my beds, with the hey-ho, the wind and the rain, the wind and the rain, with tossed but still had sunken heads, for the rain, it raineth every day, it raineth every day. A great while ago the world began, with the hey-ho, the wind and the rain, the wind and the rain. But that's all when our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day, to please you every day.